never leave you alone. Even when I'm overseas, if I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve is. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you waiting at home with the baby and tell her that daddy's so proud of the way. She teaching her mama and daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just like a writing about you in these songs. You taking me higher, no need for a lighter to spark in my
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On the ground, it's the rookie running back out of Miami. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
34-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And down inside the 40, about the 38. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jackson. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that's going to be incomplete. The Chiefs at 6-3 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now third
But what they're
and
seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw again. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Butker on for the PAT. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Quit, ready?
2nd and 9.
We changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And explosive 38-yard pickup.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Jackson, he'll try and do this himself. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Throwing is Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Ravens first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That went out wide and intercepted. It's a Raven touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Let's stay 19. 70 range. 19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
3rd down and 11.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll look to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Jackson now. He'll try and do this himself. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
And the Ravens first down.
To throw is Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
15 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 15.
Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. To give him a gain of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B.
But a great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
72, 18, 19, 79 Broncos.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking up one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
180. Yo. 180. Hey.
From the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
No, we changed it.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Now he'll tuck this and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
65, 65, 72.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And some room to run now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
70 range, 70 range.
They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Harrison Butker to kick
Now
off
after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
yards on the pickup.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Luke now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 42. Chiefs 27.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Butker now to add the extra point. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score. Ravens 42. Chiefs 34. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jackson.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson. And CD, that one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson,
man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Travis Jones forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's her 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
70 range, 19, 65, 19 Lion.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here now, 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Rocco 80.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
The score, Ravens 56, Chiefs 48.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go.
Who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, in whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They need 12 here. It's third down.
We changed it. Alpha, sit on. 13, sit on.
Here's Jackson. That is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Six the score. Ravens 63. Chiefs 48.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point by Bunker is on target, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Chiefs 55.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
180. Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. The 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
It's a gain of 42 yards. And the Baltimore first down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Chiefs 55.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he
tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has